Last year, your child ran an ad campaign for $1 billion corporation. The pay, $0. The reach, bigger than a Super Bowl slot. Pizza Hut sold 67-cent wings, on it, Domino's, and McDonald's cashed in too. The product, to numbers your kid yells daily and cannot explain. 6, 7, that's it. That's the entire product. In October 2025, Dictionary.com named it Word of the Year. A word of the year whose official definition is no fixed meaning. This is the story of how emptiness became the internet's most valuable cargo. And by the end, you'll see who was actually being played, not the kids. It starts in Kensington, Philadelphia, one of America's most dangerous neighborhoods. December 2024. A local rapper named Skrilla uploads a leftover track. The song is called Doot Doot. It is not a children's song. Its verses describe shootings and dying rivals, Kensington street life, uncensored. Then the beat drops, and he raps 2 numbers, 6, 7. What do they mean? Even today, there are only theories. Maybe 67th Street in Philadelphia, maybe 67th Street in Chicago. A linguist's theory is darker. Police code 10-67, a reported death. Skrilla's own answer. He never gave the numbers a meaning. Deliberately. Remember that. An empty container is about to conquer the world. January 2025. Basketball TikTok finds the track by accident. LaMelo Ball, an NBA star, is listed at 6'7", but he moves like a small, shifty guard. Editors found that funny. One edit. A commentator says 6'7", the beat drops. Highlights roll. That single video pulled 9 million views in 2 months. Then a teenager finished the job without meaning to. Taylen Kinney, a top basketball prospect, rates a Starbucks drink on camera. He hesitates between a 6 and a 7, palms juggling the 2 numbers. That juggling gesture became the meme's official handshake. No words required. March 2025. A boy screams the numbers into a camera at a game. The internet crowns him the 67 kid. A global template is born. From that moment, it stops being a song. It becomes a signal by summer. Over 1 million TikTok videos carrying the same 2 digits. Australia, Brazil, Japan, same numbers, same gesture, no translation needed. A song about death from Kensington is now a children's greeting worldwide. How? That question has a precise, uncomfortable answer. Every slang word your parents hated still meant something. Cool carried calm. Sick carried admiration. Meaning was the cargo. In nature, a word survives by carrying information from head to head. 6 to 7 survives by carrying nothing. And that's not a flaw. Researchers of children's culture compared it to Pig Latin, a secret language. In a secret language, content doesn't matter. Membership does. To join this one, no vocabulary, no context, no English. 2 digits, 1 gesture. Scientists call it a low barrier to entry. Kids call it fun, meaning slows a message down. You have to explain it. Emptiness travels at the speed of a shrug. An Ohio classroom, an Osaka schoolyard. The joke lands identically, instantly. The less it means, the more conjoin. The more join the threads. A perfect self-replicating loop with one vulnerability nobody priced in. That vulnerability had a name, adults with authority. Fall 2025. Teachers report they can no longer say 6 or 7 aloud. Math. Classes rewrite examples to dodge to ordinary integers. The Wall Street Journal reports the numbers are making teachers' lives hell. Schools across America and Australia ban the phrase outright. In Indiana, police hand elementary kids joke tickets for saying it. And here's the twist. Every single ban made it stronger. A secret language needs exactly one thing to survive. Adults who hate it. Every punishment confirmed the signal. This is ours, not theirs. October 2025. South Park builds an entire episode around the chant. Weeks later, Dictionary.com hands it the crown. Word of the year. November. Britain's Prime Minister does the gesture with school children. On camera. Keir Starmer then apologizes to the head teacher. The school had banned it. A U.S. congressman references it while presiding over the House of Representatives. The vice president jokes the numbers should be banned forever. When politicians perform your child's joke, someone, somewhere, is extracting value. The question is who? And by then, certain rooms already knew. Picture a marketing floor at a fast food giant. October 2025. On these screen charts, every line points at 2 digits. Someone asks, the only honest question in the room, what does it mean? Silence. Then the answer that defines our decade, nobody knows. It has reach. That sentence is the entire attention economy compressed to 5 words. Nobody in that room invented the meme. They didn't have to. The distribution network already existed. Millions of children working daily, unpaid. November 2025. Pizza Hut launches wings at exactly 67 cents. Domino's follows with a 67 deal. McDonald's counts nuggets to it. In-N-Out removes item 67 from its menu. Teens were mobbing the counters. Google adds an Easter egg. Type the digits. Your screen shakes. Grand Theft Auto 6 licenses the original track for its soundtrack. And Skrilla, the man who wrote about his dying neighborhood. A music critic put it plainly. The industry turned him into a mascot. His grief became a jingle. The kids chanting it never heard the verses. Now, follow the entire chain one more time. Slowly, a possible death code from Philadelphia. A child's greeting. A wings discount. Nobody planned that pipeline. Every link simply followed its own incentive. The rapper got fame. The kids got a club. The brands got you. If you think it peaked with wing discounts, May 2026 disagrees. Vatican City. Young pilgrims from Genoa meet Pope Leo XIV. They teach him the gesture. He does it. On camera. The clip goes global in hours. Posted by a priest. A chant from a drill song about dead rivals. Performed in the Vatican. Nobody involved knew the origin. And that is not a failure. That is the system. Every repost strips a little more context away. By the time a message reaches everyone, it means nothing to anyone. And a message that means nothing to anyone can be sold to everyone. Meanwhile, the machine was already hunting for its next empty number. 41, lifted from another rap track, began the exact same climb. Then 621, invented deliberately as a parody. It spread anyway. The parody performed like the original because content was never the variable. Sit with what that proves for a second. The system doesn't select for funny, true, or meaningful. It selects for one property only. How easily a thing gets passed on. Biology has a name for things that exist only to copy themselves. In 1976, a biologist predicted culture would evolve its own version. Richard Dawkins called it a meme, an idea whose only job is spreading. He wrote that 50 years ago, your kid's classroom is the proof. 6 to 7 is the purest specimen yet. Replication with zero payload. A perfectly optimized cultural virus, grown in the perfect lab. The lab is your feed. Every share gets rewarded within seconds. The algorithm never asks what spreads, only whether it spreads. Which brings us to the part that isn't about children at all. You have laughed at a meme you couldn't explain to a stranger. You have shared a phrase because your group shared it first. That tiny warmth of being inside a joke. Same circuit, eniazi, belonging first, meaning later or never. Adults run the loop too. Political slogans ride the same rails. So do market manias. The empty chant is just the mechanism with its costume removed. Children didn't invent this game. They inherited the platforms adults built. And here's the flip. The kids may be the only honest players. They know it means nothing. They never once claimed otherwise. A 9-year-old told a reporter, adults just always need things to mean something. The kids built a free handshake out of 2 spare digits. Corporations built a revenue stream on top of that handshake. Someone in this story was definitely being played. It wasn't the children. So what do you actually do with this? You can't ban emptiness. A prime minister and half the world's teachers tried, but you can learn to see the pipeline behind the joke. Next time one sound One phrase. One number floods every feed at once. Don't ask what it means. Ask who's already selling something beside it. That answer usually takes about 67 seconds to find. Skrilla, for his part, says he'll never explain the numbers. In this whole story, that might be the most honest position. The word never had a meaning. The network around it meant everything. Your child wasn't hypnotized. He joined a club with a 2-digit password. The brands weren't evil. They just never let free labor go to waste. The machine connecting them is running right now. In your pocket. It has already chosen the next 2 numbers. You'll hear them soon. But now, you'll recognize the pipeline before your kid brings it home. That's the difference between living inside a trend and actually seeing one. Because the feed that delivered 6 to 7 to your child studies you too. It already knows which emptiness you can't scroll past. And if you think the adult feed plays fairer, it's worse. Much worse.